One thing I have consistently learned in my life is that every time I try to take control and insist on my own way, really all I'm doing is blocking God's blessings. Let me give you an example. I spent years not forgiving someone. This person really hurt me and they didn't deserve to be forgiven. So I hung on to that anger and that resentment and that hoof. And I chose not to forgive. All along, God was saying to me, Kim, you gotta forgive. Kim, you gotta forgive. And I was like, oh, I am not gonna forgive. Well, guess what? I was living such a yucky, miserable bondage life. But then I started to forgive. I actually started to pray for this person. And finally, slowly but surely, my heart began to change. And all of a sudden, I began to experience freedom. And it doesn't matter. That person's not going to bog me down anymore. I'm not going to block that blessing. Let me give you another example. I was married a long time ago, and I knew I shouldn't marry this person because we were just party animals and we were just getting married to party. And I knew that wasn't the right move, but I did it anyway because I wanted to do it, because I wanted to take control of this and be married. So I'll just marry this guy. Well, that ended up being a hard road for me. And yes, I did have a wonderful son out of that scenario, but I also spent 20 years financially strapped, struggling all by myself, and tirelessly working when all along I could have done it God's way. I rejected that blessing and I was going to handle it myself. Well, God let me handle it myself, and how did that turn out? Not too good. So now here I am, 57 years old, and God brings this magnificent marriage into my life that is Christ-centered and that is abundant and is rewarding and is peaceful and joyful and checks all my boxes because I want to do it God's way now. I'm not a slow learner. Are you?